This is DJ Clam Slam, bringing you the news you need and the info you crave. Disco City's Festival of Lights is coming up in a few days, which will give a perfect opportunity for music, cheer, and best of all, savoring the delicious foods at the tents on Aubert Street. The festival will conclude with a big-ass concert at the shrine below the radio tower, which everyone is invited to. The radio tower's manager, Tug the Bard, has announced that a mysterious, amazing new singer who just arrived from Cyrenus will be performing. It's sure to be a fun couple of days. In other news, Deceptor Lugner has raised the reward he's offering for his missing cat that went missing a week ago to a whopping 1,000 gold. That's a big prize. That's a big prize to anyone who finds a cat that, quote, also looks like a lizard and is really big and angry and is an asshole. Also, there is a bunch of shopping yesterday in preparation for the festival, but that isn't news. Anyway, DJ out. This news recap broadcast, which was mostly foreshadowing. Back in the present, you are all standing in the foyer of Cagliostro the Collector, King of Shimmer, the richest man in all of the sky. As Mr. Party leads you through the foyer, you see the collection. Old weapons, expensive paintings, one-of-a-kind mechanical marvels. There are other wings off-screen for art, for animals that are the last of their species, for the taxidermied corpses of great heroes. Collector collects it all and keeps it here in his palace. So, you're all standing in this expensive museum palace in the entrance. And Mr. Party's like, yes, just follow me to dinner and do not touch anything in the collection if you know what's good for you. And he is going to start walking. And what would you all like to do?
Well,
do we recognize anything historically or personally from any of the things he has collected?
That is a good question. Could Nikolai give me a history check?
Sounds good.
Could I roll one as well?
Of course.
Yeah, should we all roll one?
yeah.
Oh god, if you all roll
Here.
good, then I have to come up with 6 history items.
It's okay, I rolled a 10.
Okay, Callie doesn't know shit. Callie didn't pay attention in history check.
That's
Class.
literally
I rolled an 11.
it is in my
Murder
backstory. I didn't pay attention in school.
Wait, does Murder count as never went to school or was homeschooled?
Because I want to check if any of these are
By the way, no
from
history, no.
Oakton.
Myrno never went to school.
Okay.
I roll perception not to look for history stuff, but specifically things that pertain to my backstory.
Your backstory. Okay, so let's go down. Jasper, with that 16, you say you recognize this cannon up here. It was one of them that was built and attempted to use for defense at Ogden, your city, before it got destroyed by the bugs. Evidently, the cannons weren't enough, but hey, the collector's got one. Ogden is a city in Iowa. But Ogden. Maybe there was also a city named Ogden that got destroyed, but it got destroyed in the Great War. But yes, the collector has taken a cannon from the destroyed city of Ogden. That's what you see in Atlas. You see a painting over here, this beautiful painting of the maiden, your goddess, standing. What would she be doing in a painting?
Probably playing an instrument.
Playing an instrument, and I feel like the maiden would be like, ugh, it just shows me playing an instrument, calmly on a beach. Where are all the people loving my performance, and where are the disco lights? The shrine. The shrine for me is in Disco City. What is this peaceful fucking bullshit? The maiden isn't actually saying that, but she's thinking it off screen.
Okay, so the maiden has an afro and glittery bell bottoms. That's my new mental image.
I mean, you haven't
bit of
seen her,
Janis
but she
Joplin.
does have. I tried to do the youngest person haircut possible last time with that.
No, she
Not
has to have
horrible.
appearances of Janis Joplin a little bit.
I mean, if you
Fair,
want the
fair.
youngest person ever haircut, they should be bald because nobody's born with hair.
If she was a man, she would have
Give
like
them the
fucking
Zoomer
Zoomer
haircut.
broccoli hair.
Are you saying
like-
that women can't shave their
Objection.
head?
I was born with a full head of hair. Thank you very much.
The point is, Atlas, there's paintings of the maiden. Jasper, there's a cannon from Oakton. Arch is the name of Zane's character. I brain farted for a second. You do not see anything relating to your backstory whatsoever. The collector does not shit where he eats, to use a metaphor, although he does shit where he eats, to be accurate. Like, he ain't gonna have any horrible stuff in his big, rich, fancy mansion. Did Nikolai roll a history check?
Yeah, 14.
A 14. I feel like let's choose a thing on the map. Make expensive. There's like a label on this key over here that says key to the city of what's the city name? Fuck it, let's just do Ogden. That's the key. Key to the gates of Ogden, a city that was horrifically burned away during the Great Reckoning at the end of the Great War. This is the only surviving piece of that city that was horribly destroyed.
Didn't you just say this cannon was also from that city?
No, that's from Ogden. That's from Ogden, not to be confused with Ogden. We're getting
Okay.
names mixed up. Yes. Yes, and you all gaze at the museum, and no one's touching anything. Fortunately, MMX is asleep in the backpack, I believe, because Nikki
Yeah.
had a commitment to be late. So MMX fortunately isn't eating anything yet. Everyone want to go on to dinner?
I want to see, is there like a description or anything about this dagger?
That's now I have to come up with sword lore on the spot. Actually,
introduce
from
a bunch
its
of items.
appearance, you can see a little description on it. Blade used by Rise Rhea, the horrible assassin who tried to kill the Collector.
Okay.
Yes.
I think this would be just a perception check if possible, but I'd want to just have a glance around and see if I notice any like security measures and like what's going on with them and that sort of thing.
A shit ton of guards
Security
standing
measures
around it.
appear to be the army of evil Cyclops dudes who will smash your skull open if you try to rob this place.
But nothing more than them.
As far as you can
Glass.
tell, without like there might be like pressure plates or like invisible lasers, but there's no obvious thing.
Okay, cool.
Roll a perception check just to check and see if I
Yeah, I'll
can see,
roll.
if I could see Nikolai just taking a look at things really closely, and that was a nat 20. So I'm just
Yo, you definitely do.
I just walk up to Nikolai and shoulder and be like, trust me, I used to live here. Well, not this place, but the city for a long time. There's a shit ton of security everywhere. Merchants are very ruthless.
Oh, I'm sure. I just like to have a look around anywhere I go. Not to
Speaking
act
of
on
which,
necessarily.
like I said, I lived here, so my security is very ruthless. And then he walks away.
Yes. So, all of you, unless there's anything else, all of you want to go to dinner?
So
Yeah,
Yeah.
Jasper will just look deeply at the cannon for a moment and then head off.
Yeah.
Jasper's like, weird looking dog.
Does Jasper think
with the dog.
is everything a dog to Jasper under
Well,
this
it's
rationale?
either that or he's thinking about how many hot dogs he could fire out of that cannon at one time.
He could fire all of the hot dogs.
Every
All of them.
hot dog on the planet could be fired out of that cannon simultaneously.
Well, I mean, there's small populations. It's not like there's a lot.
amazing.
Yes, and you all move into the dining hall and get seated. Okay, and okay, good. MMX is still in backpack. MMX is not eating anything. Seat yourselves however you want, I guess. Okay. And
Or
you go.
you can hold alt while holding your token, and you can place it off grid
Yeah.
if you want to mess around with spacing.
And as you go into this dining hall, you see a large man wearing a golden suit of armor who he looks like he hasn't left his seat in several years and he smells about the same. And
Good
he
thing
just
I'm wearing a
opens.
mask.
Yes. Good for you, but bad for everyone else. And this man opens his mouth and says, "Greetings, adventurers! I am Cagliostro the Collector! Feel free to bow before me."
I will I will step off, come over to him. I will bow a distance away and offer my hand for him. Or
Yes,
offer my hand for a
yes,
gesture
yes.
of truce.
Sorry, was that?
Go ahead. Yeah, go ahead.
Yes, yes, that's the amount of reverence that I deserve.
Does he reach
Please,
his hand out?
please. Sorry, was that?
Does he reach his hand out?
No, he's not touching a pore. Please, please, take your seats at the table and introduce yourselves.
I come bearing a gift for you, sir. If you're okay with me, providing something.
Gifts! I love gifts! Not enough people give gifts to me, the collector! What is your gift, child? Or whatever age you are. You're like 20 something, but I'm very old. Everyone is child to me.
I'm going to use the
Except,
ring of washes on him, and I'm going to clean him up.
oh my, this. What is this lovely lemony fresh scent?
It was it's my gift to you.
You mean I can clean without taking a shower?
Yes.
And he just snatches it out of your hand and puts it on his finger and like, you I like, you I like.
He bows, has a mischievous shit-eating grin, and then turns around and walks away.
Why do I feel like you just pulled one over on me?
Nothing. I didn't pull anything on you.
Yes, but you said mischievous shitting grin. I'm watching you.
Actually,
and I'm
he's
gonna take
watching
ring
those
of-
grapes.
Yeah,
These
I'm
grapes
gonna
are very sexy.
go ahead and take the ring of washes off my inventory that I got completely randomly last time, and it was a perfect time to fucking use it and butter up to a to a hedonist like this.
Well, you know, hedonism's a strong term.
Okay,
He doesn't
so
actually say that loud.
he's rich enough to break the fourth wall.
If you're rich enough, I bought Casey Jarms. I bought the DM. None of what I'm saying is actually being said. This is non-canon. Fourth wall breaks are non-canon.
He has the
Everyone
patent
was.
on fourth wall breaks.
Oh, for
I
No.
how
patented
does he
fourth
address
If
it?
any
wall
of us
The fourth
fourth
wall?
wall break, he's gonna sue us.
Yeah.
Yes, I
Shit.
will. You there, Otterman, who gave me the wonderful gift. What is your name?
I'm Arch. I'm the one of the crew members of the ship, and I just wanted to provide a gift to you on behalf of the crew.
And where are you from, Mr. Arch?
I used to work for a company here in Shimmer.
Oh, yes, yes. It's nice to see people moving up in the world after getting their start in my fair city. And oh no, as this is happening and Nikki has arrived, like MMX is waking up in the bag, but there's no food yet. Fine. Yes, yes, thank you for the gift, Arch. And you just see him sort of staring at you as he's deep throating these grapes. And can I get an intelligence saving throw from Arch for no reason in particular?
I have you never say deep throating grapes again.
Jordan, clip that.
Okay.
I get a +6 for this. Thank you very much.
It's not Jarvis, it's Jordan.
Yeah.
That's a 17.
Okay, he looks at you and you just hear some like vague static, and he just shrugs and moves on to try and look at the others. And who else among you is interesting enough to hold my attention for a few minutes?
As he says that, like, okay, wait, so what, is MMX in Callie's
Sure.
bag?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well, I imagine that I'm not sitting with my bag like on my shoulder. It's like on the ground.
Well, I'm gonna sneak out.
Okay.
What a strange creature.
Yeah, I'm gonna just exit the bag and start wandering around the dining hall.
Are you doing it stealthily?
I imagine like I was just napping, so he like steps out of the bag, then does like a really big stretch and a yawn, and looks for like the highest thing in the room, or like the tallest object in the room, and like starts like walking towards it.
There's some big ass statues.
Do you think I could like jump on them and like take a nap on one of it on like the shoulders of the statues?
Sure. So you like go run up, and now you're sleeping on a statue. And I feel like Mr. Party is just like trying to like jump and catch you and get you down, but he can't reach.
Yeah, he's like MMX has got his like tail curled around the head, like chameleon style for support, and he's just precariously resting on one of the, you know, when like cats sleep on things and half of their body is dangling off.
Yes.
Yeah, that's what MMX is doing right now. Like he looks like he's going to fall off at any moment, but he's like snoring also.
Yeah, Callie's
Oh,
not
no.
stopping you.
How delightfully droll! What sort of creature is that?
It's a dog.
Yeah, it's
That's a very weird dog. Mr. Party, go buy me a dog. I want a dog like this one. And like Party just sighs and continues trying to get MMX down. Okay. Which one of you is the captain?
That would be me. I am Caliara Bardot, and she does like a little bow with that. Although most just call me Callie.
Bardot? Like the shipwork family?
Well, technically yes, but very loosely related.
Oh, you're just a poor. How unfortunate for you.
Well,
Although, of course, even the Bardots are practically peasants compared to me. Feel free to laugh along.
I
I don't
mean,
care laughing.
yeah, Callie's not fucking laughing. To be fair, I am from the city of Citadel.
Ah, yes, the second most beautiful city in the sky.
Sure.
What's with the mask? That's weird.
Oh, I don't know. Just an artifact I picked up a long time ago that I choose to wear. I find many pirates find it to be intimidating.
Oh, how interesting. Someone else explain themselves to me because I'm getting bored. and regale me of stories of your conquests and interesting activities.
I step forward and just say, I'm afraid I don't have any stories to offer you. I'm just a humble merchant who has had a rough road of it recently, and I'm just happy to meet you and happy to partake at your table. And I'm going to go to sit down.
That's boring. Someone else tell me something cool.
My name's Jasper. I come from Ironworks.
That's the
Next.
coolest thing I've ever heard.
I'm Atlas, and I think I've kind of had a messy breakup with a goddess.
Ooh, which one did you dump? Or did you get dumped? Were you the dumper or the dumpee?
Hard to say. But it was with the crone.
Interesting, fascinating. One of those Yuan-Ti clerics. I've heard that your religion believes in Parte, how do I pronounce it? Reincarnation. Reincarnation, right?
Yes.
Cool. How do I control that? Well, you see, unfortunately, even I, the great Cagliostro, will eventually perish. But I'd hate to deprive the world of my magnificence. So, is there any way I can find out in advance who I shall be reincarnated as, so I can ensure my fortune ends up in the correct hands? Do I have to do some cannibalism? I know you people eat your own young, and I mean, I'm completely on board with doing that if I have to.
You people.
It's not a Casey campaign without some fantasy racism, let's be honest.
Who gets to be the racist
It's the
this
DM.
campaign?
The
I was
DM's the
racist
racist one
last
this
time.
time.
Yeah. To be clear, they don't kill and eat their young as part of magic rituals unless Crow says they do. I think he's just being an asshole.
I feel like I'm the only person that's
I
like.
hate to break this to you, but Atlas does Atlas does perpetuate the rumor that Yanji do partake in cannibalism.
Oh, good.
I was just over here like, no, they don't all eat their people, just I do.
No, Atlas is like, we don't eat fellow Yanti, we usually eat other converts because they're not Yanti. Because the objective is to be reincarnated as Yanti, and then you get to ascend for your next reincarnation. So what you really should be doing is putting all of your money towards the Yanti population, so that way when you get reincarnated as a Yanti, then you'll have all of that wealth.
I'm not gonna do that.
Willing to eat their own child, but not willing to give their money away.
God, I started out as
Classic.
hedonism bot, but now I'm just going Mr. Burns. And that just leaves Redhead over there as the last of you to not have spoken to me.
Not much really to say. I operate the radio on the ship. I punched a dragon in the face the other day. He was
Holy
a small
shit, that's
dragon.
fucking dope as hell.
He was a small dragon.
Oh,
I
never
punched
mind
a
then.
couple of those super bugs around the fucking airspace though.
Oh,
That was
my.
fun.
You also helped with the weird Hydra thing.
Oh yeah, I punched that too.
She also
Hydra,
helped
what
make
did
a
it
hole
look
in our
like?
ship.
I punched that too.
Casey,
Wow, you're playing
you
a
know
lot.
what you just set yourself up for. You have to.
Do you think I don't walk into rakes on purpose? Do you think I'm
Okay.
a fucking moron?
Okay, good. I'm just making sure.
Yeah. Yes, it sounds like you punch all sorts of things. Fortunately, we do not have to worry about the bugs here. The bright lights you saw as you flew in keep the swarm away from Shimmer. Ho ho ho.
Do you know why the bugs are so repelled by the light?
I don't fucking know. I'm not a scientist.
Well, fair enough.
Yes, yes. You have any questions for me? Perhaps about my fabulous wealth or my amazing gold armor?
Oh,
Okay.
I'm not. Sorry, I'm just not a gold guy.
Wait, he's wearing gold armor?
Yes,
Casey, why didn't you open with this?
I did, but you weren't there.
Oh fuck! Why didn't you tell me?
I don't fucking.
MMX like is sleepily like he has one eye open right now and is just fully trained on the gold armor. Is he still standing next to MMX?
Nah, not his
No.
minion, but he's over at like head of the table.
Okay. MMX might try to nibble on his armor later.
Oh, good. But in the meantime, he's like, okay, it's time for dinner. And Mr. Parte goes and he comes back with plates of food and he lays them out in front of each of you. And you now have food on your tables. And the collector's going to be like, all of you, do you know what this is that I have just served you? It is steak! Something you clearly have never tasted before. Here, eat it and tell me how good it tastes.
Does it look good, Casey?
Oh, it looks like fucking best steak you've ever seen.
Okay.
Does it look
I'm
cooked inside?
Have we
It's
ever
still a
seen
meat.
steak before?
Fair enough. It could taste dog shit, but it looks good.
Is
Okay.
is there one for MMX?
There is one for MMX.
Oh my god, yay. He's gonna leap from the statue directly onto the table and just start, like, shoveling that shit down.
And the
I
collector.
Back toss smashed right onto Callie's steak.
Yeah, I was going to say Callie's gonna go to the collector and say, I do not mean to be rude, but would you happen to have something vegetarian?
MMX is eyeing Callie's steak.
The collector just kind of scoffs at you and orders Parte to go get some like fucking cabbage or something.
Okay.
You know,
Cool.
very few people are rude enough to ignore my extreme generosity. Do you know how fucking expensive steak is? There are like 40 cows in the entire sky. They all got eaten by the blight.
I understand that, but you see, I have a very deep connection with animals and living beings, and it feels rather hypocritical of me to then go around and eat them.
I mean, I have a deep connection to other living beings as well. And I was just talking about cannibalism a minute ago.
Well,
Fine. And Parte gives you a salad.
awesome.
While this conversation is happening, MMX is like tapping Callie on the shoulder with his tail.
Yeah, assuming they didn't take the steak, Callie will like give it to MMX.
Does MMX just gorge it down?
Yeah, he does gorge it down, and then he starts looking at everyone else to see if they will also offer him their steak.
Jasper moves his plate closer to him.
Yeah,
No.
no.
Bad dog.
MMX like takes turns giving everyone puppy dog eyes. He
Resist.
He even tries it on the collector.
You make these puppy dog eyes on the collector, and he just smiles and says, I simply must have this creature. What is the price?
Well, I admire your love for MMX, but they are not for sale.
30,000 gold.
As I said before, they are not for sale.
And he just kind of stares at you and like, hmm. You're very self-assured of yourself, aren't you, Captain?
Well, I've been through a lot, and I've came out of it alive, mostly unscathed. Kind of points to the prosthetic arm. I have learned that, and I don't expect you to agree nor fully understand, but at least for me, there are things more important than money, and certain things there's just no money, not enough money in the world to buy.
You know, I actually, to an extent, agree. There is one thing better than money, and do you know what that is?
What is that?
Power. And as he says that, like, all of his, like, armed guards take a few steps forward, and and then he just waves his hand, and they take a few steps back. Power is the greatest thing. Although, of course, power is purchased with money.
I like both of them. Both of them are really good. We could probably have a lot of talks about it, honestly.
Yes, you I like. The captain I'm not sure about. The cat I want. The other four, eh.
Sorry, we like the captain said, we can't offer you our cat, but we are now traveling and adventuring into maelstroms and other things. And well, that cat actually has been helping us. So if there's any specific treasures you'd like, we could try to hunt them down for you as long as compensation is properly given, as every business should.
Sure, sure. If you can bring me something interesting, I will pay top dollar.
Of course. I mean, your butler here, we can talk with him about any official business and contracts about this deal, right?
Yeah, sure. Party, do the grunt work. That's your job. That's why I pay you. You don't pay me, sir. Yes, yes, I pay you with not killing you.
Cool.
It's a joke between friends. Don't look into it. Okay, okay. Do you have any more questions for me, the collector?
How much for the cannon?
I don't fucking know, like 5,000 gold?
Got it. I'll be back soon.
Good, good. Okay. And as you guys are just talking to the collector and he's being his collector self, like Party is going to walk over and like whisper in the collector's ear, and like the collector's going to say, huh, huh. All of you, would you mind stepping outside for a moment while I discuss this important matter with my servant?
Of course.
Okay.
Jasper takes a few more
Um,
bites of his steak as he's standing up, and then
I want to try and hide my raven in the room.
Is there any sort of role for that? Why is there a shadow
Stealth,
image?
probably.
Yeah, give me a stealth roll for the Raven after you
Okay.
it out.
That's a nat 20, baby. So that's a 26.
Okay, so your Raven's definitely hiding. How is it hiding and not being seen?
I imagine it's given that it is all black, it is hiding in like a shadow casted by the like some of the torches or something. And then I will go into beast vision through Find My Familiar, and I want to listen in on the conversation.
And you whisper in on the conversation, and it's just Collector talking to Mr. Party, and he's like, "Are you sure?" "Yes, it has been taken." And then the Collector just slams his fist down on the table. "Those fiends! Those bastards! I want them dead! I take them into my home. I feed them, the last remaining albino rhinoceros, and this is how they pay me? I want a broadcast to every radio station saying that I'll pay any price to have my beautiful bird returned to me. And he's shouting that, and as he's shouting that, and you're hearing everything, a party's going to or walk out of the room and be like, the collector might not be in a good mood for anything else tonight. There's been an incident that I don't need to explain it to you.
He's screaming loud enough to hear through the door.
Mistake.
I see. Well,
that was definitely loud enough to hear through the door, right?
Yeah, you probably didn't need Bird to spy because that was also very loud, admittedly.
yeah,
Okay,
but we have more
That went
context
very
now.
well.
Well, and I say this to Party, tell the collector that we appreciate his generosity and hospitality, and we look forward to working with him again.
And if you're free, we can discuss that contract and any working future deals we'd have as a partnership. And we might take on that job if we run across these individuals.
How much did you overhear?
He was really loud. We heard everything.
Yes, he has a tendency to be loud.
Callie relays the entire conversation word for word.
God damn, that man has never been quiet in his life. Don't tell him I said that.
Of course.
Oh, yeah.
Whatever.
No, we don't
You
want you
got
to
it.
die.
It's fine. It's fine. There's no point in secrecy given the fact that this will There's no point in secrecy given the fact that this will be known by everyone across the sky in a few hours. What I just informed the collector is that a robbery has occurred. One of his songbirds from the zoo portion of the collection, a Magentopsita aracoxi, better known as the tourmaline macaw, was stolen by the previous night's guests of honor, a crew of adventurers from the Citadel. Cagliostro, of course, wants his property returned and is offering 20,000 gold to anyone who does so.
I ask a question as a player. Is there a non-zero chance that this bird is actually a real life, intelligent, breathing, intelligent race, and not an actual bird?
It is a bird.
Okay. Because knowing you might throw that name out, and it's the only actual Aarakocra inside the world.
I did look up scientific. Yeah, I did try and do a scientific genus and stuff, but it is a bird.
Okay.
Well, if we happen to run across them, we'll go ahead and take care of that.
Yes. The last.
And we have a couple-hour head start, so no worries there.
Good. It would be good if you tried to find them.
Before
that, go ahead.
Out of curiosity, was the crew flying the Wasp 6?
Yes, those fuckers.
I see.
Oh, cool. We have their radio signal. We can track them.
Oh, very clever. Can you do that?
Can I?
I don't know. Can Myrna?
At the very least, they don't know we've been here. They probably would respond to us in some way.
We could, we could do it that way, but
We have a couple-hour head start, so as long as the news doesn't get out, we can try to meet up with them before the news gets out and everybody knows.
yeah.
If you could delay the relaying of that information to everybody for maybe half a day more, so we can try to get them while their guard is still down, it'd be appreciated.
We could always try to set up a sting operation, try to buy the bird back.
Make a persuasion roll, Arch.
Cool. Can I get advantage from the help that was just asking?
Yeah. Myrna help.
Myrna help.
Mirna,
Mirna,
help.
like,
Haha, Mirna, help.
My persuasion is a +7. I rolled a 14, so that's a 21.
fine, fine. Tell you what, I will give you 4. Hold on, let me look at the map. How long is the actual distance? The distance.
Well, if we leave now, then they shouldn't be days away. They should be just like an hour or two ahead of us, right?
Yeah. I will give you 5 days to get this bird before the entire sky has it announced to them.
Okay.
That is more than fair. We appreciate your cooperation.
Okay.
Archer's still eating the steak, by the way. He brought the plate out with him.
Okay.
If you have
Technically,
a
also
steak,
doesn't get
MMX is pawing at you.
He's gonna cut off a piece and slip it over.
Oh
The
my
edge of the
god! MMX is so happy. He's eating it and he has his tail like wrapped around you.
And then he's gonna look at. You said his name was Party.
Yes, Mr. Party.
Can we? Do you have an office we can go to and talk about the rest of our dealing? And my crew's gonna go and get our ship ready to leave.
I don't. What is the rest of our dealing?
Cagliostro told you to work with me and do all the grunt work for setting up future deals and a partnership.
I will, if you find. I'm not doing anything formal paperwork right now. If you find. Okay, going into the collector voice. If you find something expensive and bring it back, don't
Hey,
go
Mr.
into the
Collector,
No.
your butler isn't wanting to do the deal to make you more money with our help.
No, I'm saying that before I pay them, they need to bring it back. They need to find something valuable and show it to me before I'll pay them.
You did promise me that you'd have him help you set up a partnership between us and we could do more work for you. I just wanted a contract like a good businessman should have.
Collector's gonna be honest. I don't give a shit about any of this. Party, like, write some shit out formally. Or don't. I don't know. I'm too fucking mad. So someone bring me something to make me less mad.
Arch is the type of person to tell the teacher they forgot to collect the homework.
Arch would not do that unless it benefited him.
Yes, which Arch seems like the type who would have done the homework and then pointed out.
Unless it benefited him, he would not point it out. I don't think there's
You
any
get more
benefit to
points.
reporting to the unless the teacher had a point policy, like a extra point policy for that, then yeah, he would do that. If not, then no.
I do like he wouldn't do it unless it benefited him in any way.
Yes.
He is a capitalist.
Yes. Okay. And so the party heads back to your ship. And I will say, it was like let's say 6 hours after you got done shopping, which will give time for Jasper to do some healing work. Like, you bought the repairing ship supplies, but it still takes time to install them. So currently it will take 16 more hours of work to have the ship fully healed. You want to wait a day to keep working on the ship, or do you want to try and work on it after this?
Does working on a ship in a city repair it faster than normal?
How I'm doing that you need to be docked to do like big major repairs like this.
Okay.
Jasper has taken the time to patch up the 2 holes made on our ship to the bottom of the hull, and then he'll for now he's just boarded up the top of where Myrna is usually.
Well, you said we took 55 damage. It's 5 damage per heal and 5 damage. 5 damage
It's
is
2
1 hour.
hours, 5 health, so in 6
Oh,
hours.
2 hours? Okay, that
yeah,
was
you
1.
would have gone from 55 damage to 40 damage total.
Okay, so then if it's 2 hours, then we
You
would
could
need
make Jasper do it
then we
next
would
time
need to
you're
wait
gone.
an entire day here while we repair the ship.
Yeah, for an extra 40. It's up to you.
Some of the damage to the ship is inside. Could I work on that while I'm in the sky, especially up at the top where the Scalpy Swarm just broke at the top of our
See, the
ship?
problem is wanting to have mechanics be gameplay mechanics and also wanting things to be realistic, and they don't always line up.
That's why I asked if it's faster to repair in a city compared to being out, where it's
Let's say you guys got 40. You're at 40 damage now, and if you're ever docked for a day, you can repair.
Well, if you need to repair
Well,
the
no.
underside of the ship, you just attach them to 2 ropes and one goes off the end of each and you tension them to put them in the right position.
No, because that
And
was
then
the thing.
keel haul 'em.
We didn't want to leave port with a like really damaged ship. We were going to repair the ship like fully before we left. That was
To be
always
fair,
the
what's the ship's max health? You aren't like super.
400?
Yeah, you've got 90% of your health.
Okay. Then we can go then if we just take care of the major, like, obvious issues.
Okay, good. And so you take off, and Myrna, give me a intelligence roll for Myrna to try and track the Wasp crew.
Ooh,
I'll give advantage to that. I'll come help.
just straight
As a
intelligence with
as a
advantage.
skill monkey, I have may have dabbled in this in my past for reasons.
Okay, that's a nat 1 and a 3.
I slap the back of your thigh and no, you were supposed to turn that one. Not what are you doing?
There's usually not this many people up here. God.
I guess the interference from all the other ships could be messing with it, but okay, let's just go out like a day or two in that direction, and maybe we can catch the signal better. We'll do it tomorrow.
Okay, I will say that Cagliostro will probably have told you last time they were heading eastward when they took off.
Okay, so we'll head out east for a day before attempting to track their signal again.
Okay, you head out east for a day. Okay, want to roll again to try and track?
Okay. Can't be worse than this.
And by now,
Remember?
news about them is out, right?
No, we
Not
have
for
5
a few
days.
more days.
Oh,
How many
5
days
days.
has it been?
Okay.
Okay.
It's been 1 day, yeah. We have
Yeah.
4 more days. Remember, Nikolai has the highest intelligence out of all of us.
I will
They have-
say
Yeah, I have a +1, so you're getting an 11 out of me, and that's the best you're getting.
in the 2 days after the whole like feast, MMX has been unusually sleepy, and he looks kind of funky.
Why does he look kind of funky? What's going on with MMX?
Aging. They're
He
molting.
looks very dull.
They're molting.
Can I
Well,
like
I know he's dumb, but why?
Can I make like a animal handling check on MMX to see if they're okay?
They're
Okay, yeah.
molting.
So that's animal handling from Jordan and intelligence roll from Monty.
That's a 17.
Well, I got an 11 on that intelligence roll.
You can tell that they are. You can't track them specifically, but you can tell from the radio signal they're heading direction of Disco City, and with the speed of their ship, they're gonna get there before you.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Callie here on the second day. We do have their contact signal. Do you want me to like give them a call and ask them to meet us up somewhere,
I think
or
that
should we
would
just keep
be
following them?
well. Why don't we ask them to meet in Disco City?
What reason do you want to tell them?
That's a good question. Um, maybe. Well, no, I can't. I had an idea and then immediately lost it, and now I'm just blanking.
We could have gotten a job from like one of the merchants, like Joe Bodega, and offer them to come help us out because it might be dangerous.
Oh yeah, that's a good idea. Actually, that was my idea. Is saying like, saying we got like coordinates of another maelstrom and asking if they wanted to come help us with it.
Okay. I will go do that then.
Mirna, I'm gonna go ahead and give him a call. Quite okay?
Yeah, I suppose.
Okay, before you do that, let's resolve the inspecting the cat.
He's
Okay.
shedding,
Okay, good.
or he's
Uh,
starting to. So he
wait.
looks cloudy.
Are you? Because you're like a hairless cat. Are you shedding fur, or
No,
are you
he's
shedding
he's
skin?
he's he has
He's a
scales.
dog, cat, lizard,
Okay,
obviously.
He's molting.
he's part chameleon. He's currently shedding. So he's gonna get a little bit bigger as well when he's done. Just like a little bit though.
Or he's molting. Excuse me, not malting.
He's molting.
Nice malted cat. Malted MMX.
They're molding.
So
Yeah, MMX is molding because they didn't get enough steak.
True.
Okay, so Callie knows that. You know your cat is molting, whatever. I, as the DM, don't know what that means.
Molting is
so,
when they
like-
shed their skin.
No, I know what molting is. I don't know what that means for MMX, this weird cat lizard hybrid thing.
That's how lizards get bigger. Because MMX's body is scales. Like, he's covered in scales. That's how he can change colors.
Oh god, he's
And-
getting bigger. He already has 20 strength and no one can stop him from eating shit. He's just gonna be fucking Marmaduke.
He's gonna be a big boy. He's just a little baby right now. He's gotta get bigger.
Okay, so we go to Arch trying to make this persuasion call.
Those are like UFOs on our map.
Yeah, they shouldn't have given like the ADHD fidget toy button on Roll20.
Well, that's exactly the reason that it was created, let's be honest.
Oh my god, another explosion has hit Disco City.
Mira, turn on the radio. It doesn't matter what channel.
Well, I mean, there is a tall tower in the center of the city, and you do have an airship. So, you know. Man, shit's going down in Disco City. It's good
No,
that
that's
you're
just
flying.
like a really big fucking party, and you can see all the disco lights from miles
Yeah, they
away.
are having their festival this week. It fits.
Yeah.
It's a festival every week. Disco City is the only city that acts like there isn't an apocalypse.
Yeah, they're the cool town.
There
They got the radio station. So, what does Arch say over the radio?
Hello, Wasp 6. This is Luna Eclipse contacting you. We have a job offer if you're willing to listen. Over.
And this is like the radio technician who doesn't have a name, isn't one of the crew members of that two crew members of that ship that have names. It's gonna be like, sorry, we're in the middle of a big important mission right now. We cannot come assist you. We apologize.
Oh, well, if you're willing to meet up, if you're going to be at a city soon, we can talk there.
Our flight path is currently classified. We cannot divulge that information.
I mean, it doesn't have to be on your path. It could just be wherever you end up on. Hey, you happen to have a favorite food?
Me, radio operator Jim is my name. My favorite food is sausages, but the good ones, not from like the fucking hot dog Donaldson. The good ones from Black Jack Black.
Oh, I know that. That's the one at Disco City. Are you gonna go get that later?
I cannot confirm or deny where I will be eating dinner later.
23 on insight.
23 on insight. Shit, you tricked me, the DM, into giving it away. So yeah, he may or may not be eating hot dogs at the hot dog cart in Disco City while they're there.
Oh, sorry to hear. Well, I mean, hopefully you get to enjoy. Hey, Jim. Thank you.
Okay.
Jasper would have found them anyway.
Jasper would have. And so we got a few days of downtime as you're flying to Disco City to confront these people. What does anyone have things they want to do in that time?
I'm gonna go ambush Jim at the hot dog stand later.
I complete my shed.
Yay!
Yeah,
Okay,
I'm
And
like,
I
Drop-
now have two tails.
let's go.
Are you
Yeah,
going
but
to
the
leave
dog
your
looks
tails in
different.
your shed?
Okay, but we all
Along with
freak
your
out, right?
lawnmower and your shovel?
Yeah.
I
You
mean,
guys are gonna freak out about my two tails?
I imagine
Yeah.
that Callie has been
your
watching the
baby.
shedding process like very closely and probably saw the tail start emerging. Like I
It was
imagine
more
it's
like his current tail started to split into two.
yeah.
Everyone else is scared. Callie is interested.
Yes, Callie is
But-
like
Callie's
is like
"Whoa."
very interested and is probably actively taking notes about what she's seeing.
Allie is fully blinded by baby.
Blinded by science.
No, just blinded by cute baby in front of them. They don't care.
I am blinded by baby.
Yeah, so you've got a cute baby in
Damn
front.
baby you ever seen.
Yeah.
Does it take the full like what is it, the 3 days it took us to get here for you to molt? Or did you finish your molting?
It took like 2 days.
Okay. So like a day before we arrived here, you're already fully set.
Yeah, and then like you saw him like strutting around slightly bigger with two tails because he's happy about shedding. He's like, oh my god, I'm
Arch-
getting bigger and stronger.
Arch definitely would have known because he would have gone into Callie's room sometime this point. Rubbing his forehead still.
As soon as Jasper had seen this, he would just charge to Callie
Hmm.
and freak out about it.
Your dog. It's got two tails now. It's huge.
I know. It's interesting. I've been observing it. And she'll like pull out a little handbook that she keeps on her and like flip to her notes. I think given that this is a interesting species, we don't fully know what their growing process is like, but it appears that MMX is a baby, so I imagine that this is just a stage of their growth. And also,
We're still
Casey.
safe from it, right?
Oh yes, of course. As much as I love MMX, I will not allow them to jeopardize the safety of the crew. That is, as captain, that is my utmost priority. And Casey, this is an out of like meta question. Would Callie know someone who's like knowledgeable on animals and stuff like that, like a researcher or something like that, or at least have heard of someone?
I'm going to say with your backstory, you know a lot of like doctors and biologists, but God, the only one who would really know about something this complicated would be your father, and fuck him.
Okay.
No, your father is a biologist.
He's more a virologist than a biologist, but like close enough.
He's a comic book. All sciences are the same. I do. He's a scientist.
Yeah, no, you're right.
Girl, you see their dog? It looks like grandma. What the fuck is that thing?
I think Jasper might be my favorite character.
Jasper's my favorite character.
Jasper's fucking dope.
I love him so much. Yeah. I might know some people that might be able to give us more insight on the animal, but I'm going to have to think about that. But for now, I don't believe it poses any threat. And as I said before, the safety of my crew is my utmost priority as captain, and I will not allow MMX or anyone or anything to jeopardize that, as at least to the best of my ability.
Okay, now who turns the corner and sees MMX for the first time as they're talking?
Who? Let's say Nikolai is the first one. You're walking through like the fucking hallways, and you see, oh god, it's bigger and it has two tails now. This is bad.
that?
I like to think that Jasper has convinced most of the crew that it is in fact a dog.
Can
At least that
Nikolai
was.
give me an animal handling check to see if he knows it's a cat and not a dog?
I actually wonder if dogs even exist in this universe, or
We
like
only
exist
know-
still.
We know
Blight
pigeons.
killed all the
Is
dogs.
it
consumed
entirely
by the
possible that
blight
no one knows
instantly.
what an actual dog looks like? So now
know
we're
if-
just kind of like, yeah, this is a dog.
We know if pigeons, flying rats, and birds have been confirmed. We don't know if there's actual four-legged.
Yeah, Jasper has so far called MMX a cat, a dog, a thing, and that's it so far.
We know cows
I
exist.
find thing
rhinos-
to be a bit pejorative, actually.
I think the
We know
only
cows
Yeah, we're gonna
exist and
cancel
rhinos
Jasper.
used to exist.
yeah.
Rhinos used to exist and now don't.
Yeah, we also confirmed that we're a vegan society.
Well, you're
Mostly.
a meat is very expensive society. There are people who eat meat, namely Atlas and the Collector, and all of you except
Callie.
Callie.
Yeah, so as a society, we're mainly vegan. There's just the very few select
We're
people.
mainly vegan, but it's not like we haven't had meat before.
Are smaller bugs still a thing?
Look,
Like
that steak
flies
we
and
all
shit?
the steak everyone just had at Gio's place was probably the first steak for like half the crew. The
Probably.
first steak of like proper meat.
Honestly, though, if you like go years without eating meat and then to big steak, you probably all feel like shit right now.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's destroy bodies. Callie's fine.
Can
MMX is
confirm. Can confirm it does feel like shit.
Does anyone else have things they want to talk about or do during the time you're traveling to Disco City?
I guess Mirna would just be fucking looking through the telescope, seeing MMX with the weird ass tails. And she'd hit her fucking potion cart and say, "That's a fucked up looking cat."
I guess I would check in with Arch to see if I've gotten any letters back. But
Oh, goody. Arch, who operates like the pigeon coop and would like be the one to see that you got some letters?
I imagine Arch.
Arch manages it.
Yeah, I imagine Callie would be taking care of the animals, but Arch is the one that manages the letters and everything.
Okay, Arch, you have 3 letters. 2 of them are for Callie. 1 of them is unmarked, and Arch would know what unmarked means.
What's the last one?
Unmarked.
Yeah,
said-
okay, but he's saying
Callie.
Arch would know what unmarked means.
Yeah. Oh, no,
Yeah,
you
That's
said,
code
you
for
said
it's for you.
yeah, you said there's
Callie got 2
two for-
letters. Callie sent 2 letters.
Yeah,
Anyone
sorry,
who wants to write
that
you-
skipped me.
Anyone who wants to write a letter can write a letter too, and you will receive a response.
Yeah, I'll go ahead and pocket the 3rd letter and then go over to Callie and hand the 2 letters over.
Awesome. I guess I would open the one from Ulrin first.
Oh, don't, stupid you being smart and knowing what I'm about to say. You got a letter from your godfather, Ulrin, the dockmaster at Citadel, who you wrote to in the mysterious lost session that was killed by OBS, and, like, informed him you were alive, and, like, talked about how you needed to smuggle a friend into the Citadel. And Ulrin says, In his letter, it just begins, "Shit, kid, how are you still alive? Your parents said that you got infected with the blight. You should be a goddamn skeleton right now. Glad to hear you're okay. Regarding this friend of yours, there's an obvious problem with smuggling him in to meet with the commanders without letting your father know about it, given the fact that your father is a commander. Hell, smuggling anyone in would be difficult. I do a damn good job keeping interlopers out of the Citadel. Too good. You certainly can't fly in with the Luna Eclipse. They know your ship too good. Maybe if you got a new ship or hid in the cargo of another vessel, I might be able to pull some strings, but no promises, kid. Stay safe, Ulrin."
I guess that makes sense. Callie's like speaking to herself. Yeah, I guess Callie needs to think about some things based on that. And then I guess open the next letter.
A letter from your twin sister Esme, who you said I might be coming home soon. Oh, she's gonna be so disappointed. You just stole Christmas from her. And Esme writes back, "Oh, sister, the news of your imminent return has brought light to the darkness of my life. I cannot wait to see you. Things have been really lonely since you left. Mother allows me to attend formal occasions, but she keeps me locked up otherwise. I wonder, which of us is she more ashamed of? You for your injuries found in heroism, or me for my pathetic weakness? I don't know if I'll be able to go on for much longer without you. With love, Esme." Oh, poor Esme.
Oh, that made me sad. Okay, well, I can't.
You gave a sad backstory, which means I'm allowed as a DM to be mean to her.
I mean, yes, but also that's so sad. Okay. Fuck. That means Callie's might have to do the one thing she really doesn't want to do.
How's that?
You'll find out in time. Because Callie in character needs to debate the greater good or her own pride. Yeah. So that's going on the back burner for now.
So Callie's thinking about her character arc, and Arch also has a letter which was addressed to no one. But you know it's for you.
Yeah, I'll you can message me the contents of the letter, but I'll open it and read it.
Okay, you look at this letter, and I am going to read some of the cryptic things in it out loud anyway. But this unmarked letter, actually, this letter would be written in invisible ink, but you know what that means and how to make it visible with some light.
Okay.
But you just, in this confidential secret letter that no one but you knows about, it just says, "I would advise against further explorations into the maelstroms. That is what led to the previous incident, and it would be unfortunate if another incident would transpire. Inform me immediately if any changes occur." So that's a fun thing that you. What do you do with the letter after you've read it?
I probably have a way to dispose of the letter perfectly fine without any worry. I
Go ahead.
pull out like a heavy a weight or something from my desk, and I wrap the paper around it, and then I just drop it out a window.
And you drop it out the window, and we just see this piece of paper like sinking, rolled up, fall through the sky, and then it hits the blight and it burns away. And there's no more evidence of whatever the hell's going on.
I mean, you could also just throw it into the engine. That's
No, I
gonna
think it's
destroy
funny
it
to
pretty
drop it.
good. No, I agree. But
I think it's more
yeah.
interesting to drop it into the blight.
Yes. And so, after several days, you guys are arriving. You have arrived at Disco City, back in the hub world, the central commerce hub for the city, and also welcome to Disco City. Wrong map, hold on.
Yeah.
The Disco City. You got options of where each of you wants to go. There are the docks. There is Boney Michael's office to get more jobs. There is an insurance office if you want to file a claim. There's the big festival you heard about over the radio with all the good foods. There's the radio station if you want to finally meet DJ Clam Slam, find out if he's God. And there's the Shrine of the Maiden. And you don't all have to go to the same place. You can divide and conquer, split the party, or it's up to you.
Can I go into Arnaud's Beast Vision and do a sweep of the docks to try and find the Wasp 6?
What is Arnaud's range?
So the thing is that technically unlimited. But I can only command him from a certain distance. I need to double check the wording on Find Familiar to see if there is a limitation on my Beast Vision. But regardless, even then, Arnaud has seen the thing. I can just tell him, if you see it again, tell me.
I'm gonna go find the hot dog.
But I will again double check the wording on Find Familiar.
Arch is going to hot dog. I feel like, Callie, I'm going to say that if you go to the docks, that would require, or if you want to spy on the docks, that would require physically being there.
Okay, that's fine. Well, because, I mean, our ship is there, so I imagine this is like the first thing I do before we even get off the ship.
Yeah, but to be fair, there are multiple docks. I'm going to say
Okay.
This is the other docks after you search this one. Atlas is going Shrine. Where do other people want to go?
I'm tempted to also go to the shrine and have a PC chat with Atlas, but also no one gets hot dogs without me.
Hot dogs without
Damn.
you. Which drive is stronger for Jasper?
I guess they don't know that he's going for hot dogs or going to a hot dog stand.
But that's where the hot dog stand is. Okay.
So it says this is a very interesting thing where it doesn't outright say like okay, this is a really interesting thing where the wording is specific enough that it leaves a potential room for room for interpretation. With Find Familiar and the telepathic sense, because it says while your familiar is within 100 feet of you, you can communicate with it telepathically. Additionally, as a bonus action, you can see through the familiar's eyes and hear what it says until the start of your next turn, gaining the benefits of any special sense it has. So that means that even if it's without 100 feet, I could still bonus action. I could still, like, I guess, see through its vision, even if it's farther than 100 feet until end of turn. Or the start of my next turn, I guess.
Tell you what, I'll allow you to know that, shit, the Wasp 6 is at the southern docks.
Cool.
If you want to get there.
Yes, that's all I wanted to know. I'm not going to do anything with that for now.
Son of a... Okay, where does Callie, Myrna, Nikolai, and MMX want to go?
I would be very much not feeling hungry for hot dogs as I got off the ship. There would be a feeling of heaviness descend upon me because I know exactly where I need to go and will be going, which is the insurance office.
Okay.
I'm there for hot dogs.
Yeah, I was going to, before Nikolai left, I was going to say, if you would like, I'd be more than happy to accompany you to the insurance office. I know, as a captain, this is one of the hardest things that we have to do.
It is, and honestly, I would appreciate that. I think once my claim's in and once they do get back to me with the money and I pass it along to my family members, I'll do that by myself, but I'd appreciate that because you know how insurance companies are.
Indeed, I
They
do.
fucking fuck up. So yeah, I definitely go with Callie.
Yep, I will join Nikolai then.
Okay. Where, so that leaves the festival, the radio station, Boney Michael. Well, it's all the same locations. Where do MMX and Myrna want to go?
MMX is going to the hot dogs.
Dog.
Yeah.
MMX
So
could smell
MMX
them from the ship.
Okay, so MMX is going with Arch. What a fun duo. Where does Myrna want to go?
I don't know. Is the festival going on currently?
hmm
Alright. I guess I'm the only one who's gonna have fun without cramming dogs down my gullet.
Slamming hot dogs with the boys.
Gobbling glizzies with the girl.
Oh, that's awesome. That's so
I mean, if
awesome.
there is food at this festival, MMX will end up there too.
Yeah, I mean, Callie, like, is going to get there eventually. I'm just, like, trying to be supportive of Nikolai, because, yeah, that's, like, the worst part of being a captain.
For real, yeah.
Okay. So that leaves, we've got our location list and our party all split up and going to different places. And the question is, who should we focus on first? And the answer is, I'm going to focus on the ones going to the shrine first. Yes.
Ooh, religion. Ooh.
Ooh, religion. So you guys, you head to the shrine of the maiden. This is the shrine of your god. And you want to talk about anything as you're walking there?
So, Atlas,
Yes.
you you follow all this stuff with the gods still?
Yes. Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. You say you had a breakup with one of them.
Breakup
I
is
don't
kind
know
of
much about the breakup, but like I would
s-
say don't go back with them.
so breakup is kind of a loose thing. It's kind of more complicated than that. Um I was raised to worship the crone. My family ran to the temple to her. Um and then something happened and I kind of lost faith in the crone, and so I turned to the maiden. And the maiden's been great, very helpful, very uh much nicer than the crone, let's put it that way. And the other night I sort of had a dream and the crone was being her cryptic self um about my husband's whereabouts. Um, and
Help you find them?
the maiden is being more helpful than the crone. Um, so that's where we're at.
I see. Well, you think your maiden god can help me deliver a message to someone?
I don't
Or
see
is that
why
not
not.
really their job?
I mean,
Okay.
that's not really her domain, but I don't see why not. Um, Historically, we would um send letters through the wind god to the maiden, the crone, and all that, but obviously that was historically, and now that's not really a thing anymore. um,
I see.
but I don't see why you can't just talk with the maiden about it.
Yeah, I hope so.
And then, are we in the shrine by now?
You have reached the shrine, and the shrine, it's this large, sort of, it's a concert hall, this large concert hall that is built below the massive radio tower in the middle of Disco City. And there's like, there's artwork and statues and stuff of the maiden. But it's a very open area that gets used for a lot of events, a lot of festivities. You can see there are people around who are setting things up for Festival of Lights tonight. And this is the type of shrine that the maiden likes. She doesn't like the dusty old dark catacombs full of torches that there are on Cyranus. And as you two are arriving at this big open shrine, you can see that there is a man closer up to the main religious iconography who is kneeling and has his head bowed in prayer. What would you like to do?
I'll follow your steps, Atlas. I'm new here.
Well, we'll leave that gentleman to his prayers, and we'll find a spot to pray ourselves.
Okay, where would you like to go to prayer? There isn't a wrong answer. Probably there are a few wrong answers, but it's unlikely you'll say one.
And then if Alice prays, then I'll just watch and then mimic that.
Okay.
I don't know
Does
what to
that-
do. Jasper literally has not interacted with this religion or
I
any.
feel like Atlas kind of shows Jasper how to sit. It is crisscross applesauce, by the way. And it's just kind of like, okay, do you want me to kind of pray aloud so that way you know how to address the maiden? Or do you just want to be like, hey there, maiden of the hearth, Jasper here.
I mean, either one works for me, but if you want me to be formal with your god, then I don't see why not do the first one.
I mean, it's up to you. I mean, she's a very laid back goddess. I just usually choose formality um, when addressing the gods because that's what I was raised with.
Alrighty, show me how you do it.
So, Atlas, clasps his hand. Well, I say clasp. I don't know how to describe this. So he holds his arms out with his palms facing up. I don't know how to describe this. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Um, and has his head bowed. And he starts praying to the maiden. Starting off with, O maiden of the hearth, hear our prayers, for we come to you in your place of worship, seeking your guidance and counsel. And he kind of looks over to Jasper.
Oh maiden, hear our prayers. There's a There's probably a guy up there, I hope. Named Elric. Someone will be with them again soon.
Wait, isn't Ulrich dead? Are you like fucking saying you're gonna kill yourself, or like what's Jasper up to?
Jasper's up to some things.
What does that mean?
Yeah,
Easy
Atlas
sense.
is now kind of looking at Jasper with a look of concern.
It's a no something.
Atlas is just like, you know, as the ship's surgeon, mental health crisis services are just not in my wheelhouse.
Well, does Atlas know who the king of Oakden is?
No, but you can probably get from the like, hey, can you give me a message to someone who's dead? Okay, that message is I'm gonna meet you soon. I think
True,
Atlas
true.
can infer.
I just
There's a few dangers recently in the sky, Scalpy Swarm, the maelstrom we went to, if those get any more dangerous, look at our ship. We're all gonna be down there if we keep going like this.
Jasper, I mean this in the nicest way possible. But are you alright?
Yeah, mostly.
That's not a complete yes, so that means that you're not alright. Oh, Jasper, I understand that things have been rough, especially with the maelstrom, the bugs, and everything. But you have people on the team who care about you,
Oh
including
no,
myself.
not that. It's my mission. I'm a man on a mission, Feel like most of the guys are. My what I carry is my mission is dangerous, in some regard.
And just what is this mission that's so dangerous?
It's in Callie's hands, that's what it is.
That's not a very comforting answer, Jasper.
What?
I'd like to be able to help.
I trust Callie enough to help us. Help me, rather.
I realize that you might not trust me with such information, seeing as I've not been part of the crew very long. But I'm a part of this crew because I'm trying to find my husband who went missing in a maelstrom. And because of that, I'm here, and my goal is to make sure everyone on this crew is safe and taken care of to the best of my ability. And if that means helping the group accomplish their goals, then that is what I'm going to do. But I can't help anyone if I'm not told what they need. Assuming that whatever it is that you are needing, if it's in Callie's hands, It has something to do with traveling in the ship.
Yeah, perceptive.
I mean,
But
it's
my
just
mission isn't for public ears,
we can go
and it's
somewhere
not for many
else.
people. It's not something I can trust people to do. It's something only I am able to do. Something I have to do.
Just don't get yourself killed, Jasper.
I hope I won't.
I'm going to do my best to keep you from dying, because that is what my job is. But as the ship surgeon, I would appreciate it if you would not engage in reckless behavior that would put your life at risk. Or at least not any more so than our lives are already at risk.
Listen, Alice, all I got is a really big sword. I can't really fight at a distance, so I'll try to keep out of danger, but if danger comes to us, I'm going up there.
I get that. My point is, I don't want to see anyone die, and that includes you.
Feelings
So,
mutual.
glad to hear that.
Hey, I do have I guess another mission I imposed onto myself. It'll require quite a bit of gold, and it's not something that will be done anytime soon. But I noticed in the collector's collection,
Mhm.
there was a cannon back from my old city.
And I take it you'd like to have it in your possession as opposed to his.
Yes, I'd like to purchase it. Said 5,000 doesn't sound too bad. I hope.
5,000 isn't that bad at all. I've got about 600.
All right. Can I
You
if
can
we're
take
closing
it.
in on the price point, then I would like your assistance, if you would be
That,
so kind.
that's fine with me. I'm happy to help. Um, but in exchange for me providing financial aid, I would appreciate your help in uh, taking down any outcasts that come our way.
Don't gotta tell me twice.
I just have a bit of a personal vendetta against them.
That is a big word to use with Jasper.
Hold on, show of hands.
What do
Who
you mean by
does?
that?
How many people here have personal vendetta against pirates? Lots of people in this world hate the pirates.
You're not alone in
Maybe
that.
you know for the very reason
You might
why
have the
has a vendetta.
Who
I've
has
got
the
my
most
own.
justifiable vendetta is actually a tough question, and that is fucking shocking considering how Dark Atlas's backstory gets. And I feel like a little like support level C appears between you as you're like shaking hands, like let's go fuck up some pirates.
Welcome back, Fire
Friendship, one
Emblem.
up.
Okay. And so you guys are checking out this shrine. You had a nice prayer. That as that goes on, you see this like man just walking away, and you see he's this blindfolded Yuan Ti guy holding a katana, and he's walking away. He's so fucking cool, or is he? You don't know. Maybe he's a loser, but that you won't know till you open the box and he walks away. And so we move to the rest of the party. We move to the Disco City map, which contains the hot dog carts and Wasp 6. But also, screw that, we're doing insurance stuff first. It also contains the insurance office.
Hell yeah.
I love that
Reuse-
token.
It reuses the map from Boney Michael. Yeah. Yeah. I don't have a name for the insurance agent. Akash. Would you like to roll a D200?
Sounds good. 97.
97. It's Cloak Barfipe.
Hell
You just-
yeah.
You just walk outside and you see a sign, Cloak Barfipe's Insurance. And like you walk in, and as you're walking in, he just like gasps and like tries to hide under his desk. And is
Yeah,
like,
I don't have any of that cloak. And I'm gonna reach into my coat, and you can say if I have this or not, but it just popped into my head. Would I have been able to like preserve like a little chunk of my ship, like in the escape?
sure, you could. I would have allowed. You didn't, but I will allow retroactively you
Okay,
to
cool.
grab like a little bit. What little bit did you grab?
I'm gonna say something. Maybe like one of the like letters from like the title, like so. I'm gonna say the R from the end of corner.
Good, good. And like just like Cloak Barfipe like is hiding under his desk. He's like, Mr. Barfipe isn't in right now. Could I take a message? Please leave the message after the tone.
I'm gonna slam down the R on his table, and I'm gonna say, "Get the fuck out from under your table, or I'm gonna come down there and get real close with you."
Message received. And he pulls out and he goes to his chair and he like just puts his hands together and like, Captain Vardas, how's it going, valued customer?
Can I? Before I say anything more, could I run an insight check on him? And I want to see if, like, my attempt is I want to get a vibe of either is the destruction of my ship just something that he and the city like knows about, or is he up to something or more suspicious than that, or complicit or
Give me
something?
that insight check.
Okay, just a second. Yeah, that fucking sucks. A 10.
And he's nervous about something. You have no clue what.
Okay. Well, I'm just gonna like kind of like massage that R with my thumb and be like, take a good look at this cloak. This is what's left of my fucking ship. This is all that there is. The rest is on the ground, kaput, non-existence as far as we here in this room or anyone else who lives in Breeze cares.
Oh, you have my condolences, Mr. Vardas. It's very terrible. What happened to your ship? Did
I
you
know
have
it
a
is.
policy with us?
Oh, I very much did have a policy.
Yeah. You did. Yes, you had that 40,000 gold policy.
I did.
He's about to
So,
lose his job. It's from the sounds of it.
so, Nikolai, can I call you Nikolai?
Call me whatever you want, but we're still, I'm still putting down a claim.
You can put down a claim, but I might not be able to pay you. Please don't hurt me.
What do you mean by that?
We're broke. 15 of our clients have had their ships sank about the outcasts have 15 of our clients' ships in the past month. Like, you can't get a ship traveling between the Ironworks and Disco City without getting blown up. I mean, we paid out to all of those other ships, but I mean, you were the 15th, and we've kind of ran out of money.
Well,
And
some money.
ironically, we do not have insurance for this type of situation.
My assumption is that he's telling the truth, but could I run another insight check or no? To see if he's telling the truth.
You can try what you want to try.
Okay. Oh my fucking! I rolled the exact same thing, so okay.
I don't know. You get the same vibe. I bet there is a conspiracy. Like, this isn't my fault. This isn't my fault. There is a conspiracy that is destroying the ships. Someone is helping the pirates sink the ships. I just, I don't know who. I don't know why. And I mean, I told the cops. I talked to the Ironworks cops, and they said I was delusional. Ships just sink all the time, and I don't know what to do. I don't have a safe or anything full of money that you can open. Like, here, and he opens a floor safe and puts it on the desk. I don't have your money.
That is
Your
the
money
worst safe ever. You could actually just pick it up.
Wow.
No wonder
Listen,
why they're
I'm not-
fucking broke.
Okay, apparently this guy isn't very smart. Listen, I don't have your money. If someone has your money, it is the person who's sinking all the ships and doing fucking insurance. Wait, did you do insurance fraud? Just asking, not accusing you of anything. But if you did do insurance fraud, that's a lot better for me.
I did not.
Well, shit.
Then you very much have to deal with this. So, do you have a boss?
Oh, no, self-employed. Bar fight
partners in the company.
Serving Disco City for years.
And how many more clients do you have other than the 15 that have already made their claim? Are there other people out there who are going to be happy to hear that you have nothing left in your coffers, that their insurance is worthless, and that they are not protected?
Okay, they probably won't be happy, but I mean, no one has to tell anyone else.
And what's stopping us from telling every single ship that we come across?
Friendliness?
This is business. This isn't a friendship.
I know you have a house. I know that you own this little office here. Do you have a mortgage or you own it outright?
I have a mortgage on my house, but I own my office outright.
Okay, and let's see about putting up that house for sale. And also, I'm curious, you have house insurance with yourself or somewhere else?
With myself?
You're a fucking idiot. Well, tell me about how much your house is
Don't
worth.
burn down my house. I can't get any insurance payment for it.
No. I just want to hear about how much your house is worth.
Well, nothing, because my insurance is apparently worthless. Also, the bank owns it. I got a mortgage, as I said earlier.
Do you want to know something else about my ship? Everybody else died on it.
Oh no, if only. Nope, don't say that out loud.
Yeah, what were you going to say out loud, huh?
They should have had better insurance.
Give an intimidation roll.
And if I could attempt to get advantage on that, I am going to take his tongue in between my forefinger and thumb. As I'm asking that.
Okay.
Do I get advantage on this or no?
Yes, roll intimidation with advantage.
Okay. Oh my fucking god.
I'm not scared of you. Haha.
14.
My jokes are gonna make the set. Can you let go of my tongue so I can consider the conversation?
I'll let go of it.
That's the joke I was gonna make is damn, if only killed one more person, then I wouldn't be in this situation. I'm sorry, that was a rude thing to say.
I'm just going to tap Nikolai on the shoulder and just go, let me deal with this. And Callie will go, listen. Now, as I said before, this is a business relationship, and there is nothing stopping us. I happen to know some very, very powerful people, and
Oh God,
I
she's using her Nepo baby powers.
yeah, maybe. I also happen to know quite a few shipmasters. And Callie will reach into her bag and pull out her Bardot signet ring. And just place it on the table. Go. Now, if you really want, I could personally ensure that you never have a chance to do business with anyone associated with Bardot Shipyard or anyone who flies with one of their ships ever again. Now, all I'm asking of you is one simple insurance payment, and then we can forget this ever happened.
And he's gonna say, "Oh God damn it! Are you the one who's sinking the ships? Like first the Bardots, like I pay a bunch of insurance out to them when their ships sink, and now they come in here and they're like, we're not gonna work with you if you don't like give us money. Like, are you behind it?"
I am behind nothing. I can personally assure you that the Bardot family is far too prideful to sink their own ships. But I can assure you that the Bardot family can be quite petty against people who wrong them.
What do I give you to have you not shoot me in the head with your crossbow? Because I physically do not have the money.
But you have a
I can
house
give
and a
you the key
mortgage.
to my office.
You can always remortgage your house.
Don't make me remortgage my house. I live there.
It's not it's
deal.
not our fault that you
Right,
don't
it's the fault of the pirates. Why don't you go kill the pirates and get your money back?
Because it is your job to pay us out, and it is also your job to ensure that you have the money to pay out when people come requesting.
Okay.
And you are the business owner. How long do you think your business can last when you're practicing shitty and bad business practices? You made a deal with this man, and now it is your turn to uphold your end of the deal.
It will take me it'll take me a few days to get everything in order and get you the paperwork, like get my house remortgaged, but I will do that. Just don't hurt me, scary mask lady.
That's more than fair. We will be back here in a few days then, but if you don't have the money, then I cannot guarantee anything.
Okay, please don't hurt me.
Good. See, now that wasn't so difficult. And unless my partner here has anything more to say, I think we shall take our leave.
And I'm gonna just say we're done here. We'll be back soon. And I'll be turning to head out, and as I do, I don't know if you'll allow this, Casey, but I want to have been unscrewing the hinges of his office door while she was talking him down. And
Why? Why does this benefit you in no way? Why? This isn't even intimidating. It's just annoying.
I take it with me and I say, be sure to leave the door open.
That was so fucking good. Oh my god. Oh.
Okay, and as you guys are leaving it, we cut to the docks as MMX and Arch are arriving, and is like MMX like walking the dog, walking the cat.
MMX is MMX has their own leash in their mouth.
Yeah. Yeah, I
Why
believe
would
it.
you let
There's
MMX free?
there's like 0 chance that Arch could do anything if MMX were to want to go where he wants. So I feel like Arch would just be like, well,
Just walking alongside MMX and just talking to them. Seriously, what the hell are you?
MMX just chirps and chitters back in his chameleon speech.
Yeah, I really don't understand you, but your fancy caller can let you talk. Do you want to waste it and try to give me some answers? You randomly bigger. You got 2 tails now. You're a weird freak of nature. I mean, you're interesting, but god damn, you scared everyone.
MMX just sits down and then stares at Arch like you can use the collar if you want.
He just shrugs and continues walking forward. Oh, there's a hot dog cart over here. Just don't attack the person, and I'll get you some vegan dogs.
MMX full sprints towards the hot dog cart and starts running circles around it.
Okay, and this one is wait, which one do you go for? Do you go for the one from the first session owned by Hot Dog Donaldson? I hope I remembered that name right. Let me check my Hot Dog Davidson, which does roulette for hot dogs, or do you go to the cool new one run by Blackjack Jack Black that does blackjack for hot dogs?
I think
Well,
MMX will go to the one that he's familiar with and he'll run circles around it and then look pleadingly at the hot dog stand guy, at Hot Dog Davidson. Just look very pleadingly at him.
So, Davidson's like, you got paid to get a hot dog, got paid to roll. And also, Arch, as MMX is begging, you can see that there's a Citadel soldier getting a hot dog from the blackjack cart. It may or may not be the radio guy you tricked into talking to.
MMX is continuing to paw at the shopkeep.
Going to hand the shopkeep enough money to buy MMX 10 hot dogs.
Oh, fuck yeah.
Arch is
Does
literally
MMX
the dad that's like, we're not getting a fucking dog, and then they get it and they're best friends.
So,
Alright.
is MMX gonna buy the hot dogs and eat them, or is MMX gonna do some rolls on the roulette wheel?
We're teaching the dog about gambling. Let's go.
You see, Arch is gonna be the one who teaches MMX to properly buy, and then Jasper will gamble.
God, we're such good pet owners. You're so fucking lucky Callie's not there. She would be so mad about you teaching MMX about gambling.
Well, Arch might be the responsible one.
Did someone explain to MMX that he can gamble?
There's just food. I just pay for the food and kind of bring it towards you and tell you to go sit over there.
If
Points in your
Arch
direction.
pays for the hot dogs outright, MMX is just gonna have a hot dog feast, but he will save one.
Okay, as MMX is devouring these hot dogs, what does Arch do?
Archie's gonna walk over to this man, check and see if he has some ID that says Jim or not.
Oh no, it's Jim. Jim has ID saying it's Jim, and he sees you as you're running up, and he's like, "Oh shit!" and he fucking runs for it. Every
Going
goddamn
to-
NPC, every other the only NPCs I know how to do are perverts and cowards.
Gonna jump onto his back and climb up to his shoulders and kind of sit around his shoulders. as
Give
he
me
tries
an
to turn
athletics
around.
roll for this.
Can I do acrobatics? I mean, I can do either or, but
I think acrobatics would work.
okay. Well, that's a 24, and I'm going to, before we get super far away, as I climb up onto him, I speak in his mind, and I'm like, "Stop! Unless you want to walk off the edge by yourself uncontrollably."
Okay, so Jim's just gonna come to a stop, like right as he's getting in view of the Wasp 6, and I feel like Lieutenant Sai is gonna like say, "Oh hey, Otter Dude," and like jump off to talk to you. How's it going?
In Jim's head, don't say a word. Like very happy in his head. Hey, what's up? Nice
Why
to
are you
see you
riding
again.
Jim, and why does Jim look like he just shit himself?
Jim offered to buy me some hot dogs, but he underestimated how much I can eat. So
Jim
he's
is like very subtly shaking his head. Jim looks scared.
yeah,
He's not
I
scared of
broke his
Arch. He's
wallet, so
scared of how many hot dogs Arch ate.
so he kind of broke the bill, broke the bank this time around, and I guess his paycheck isn't gonna do too well. Didn't I tell you I used to be friends with Jim years ago?
Jim continues shaking his head no.
My like thighs are wrapped around his shoulders and like kind of keeping his head still.
Help me. Help me. Okay. You listen. How
We are
about we
gonna
talk things through and you let Jim go and stop like trying to. You got tiny little otter thighs. You can't press his neck with your thighs, man.
Could I roll a deception for this?
I don't know if this is a thing you can deceive.
Well, I'm not like inherently like outwardly uh doing anything to hold him hostage. I'm sitting on
You show up riding on a guy, and the guy looks like he's terrified, and the guy
Yes.
is like,
So your
I don't
thighs are
know.
wrapped around his neck.
I don't think you can deceive your way into being like, we're friends.
Would a dirty 20 help?
No. Like, Sai
Can
isn't that
MMX
dumb.
sneak onto their ship?
Give me a stealth roll.
My God. Okay.
No, well, obviously Jim didn't want us to work together for something. I think he has some type of like vendetta against us. We got a new job at a we got coordinates for a new maelstrom and we wanted to work with you about it, but he just decided not to say anything.
I got
Sai,
a
help me,
21.
threatening to kill me. Please stab him.
I got a 21.
Okay, so as that's going on, we just see MMX, and as you're doing this, like the fucking Black Sun guys are still here, and they're just like walking and talking to each other, and like, man, the captain needs to let it go. We're not gonna find this fucking cat. I know, it's his job to find it. And as they say that, you just immediately walk past them, but they don't fucking see you because they're looking at the hot dog cart. So Jim, the radio officer, is screaming because he's scared. MMX just sneaked onto the bow of the ship. I feel like I don't. What happens next?
We're question because it's more annoying to do it. We would assume that all the cities are filled with people, and there are a lot of just regular foot traffic, other than people we see, right?
A bit more than not a lot more, but there are other foot traffic around.
Yeah, it's not empty everywhere.
I imagine since there's a festival, there's more traffic over there.
Yeah, the docks are kind of empty, but let's say there's like 5 or 6 people milling about.
I'm just curious about the setting. How many people are around in general?
And so I was gonna be like, okay, can you let Jim go?
No, he owes me money too.
No, he fucking doesn't.
Kind of like bad as
I
shit.
don't believe you.
You owe me money, right, Jim?
Help me! And like Sai's gonna just put her hand on like her long sword, like, I don't want to end things violently. Like, we had a good rapport at the last maelstrom, and they're like, ooh, you help us from the dragon. Ooh, we pick you up from the bugs. Like, come on, man. What was it you want?
I just want to work with you guys on this maelstrom because I don't
I
think
don't
our
want
crews
fucking
are really
maelstrom.
new. We were informed of a new maelstrom happening in the northeastern section of the world. It's going to be forming soon. There's new tech that was created to be able to report early spottings of
Okay,
it.
and who told you this?
Pony Mike.
It was
For Cagliostro.
okay. You can't tell anybody, but it was at the Bardot family in Citadel.
Okay, cool.
What the fuck?
Could you have told us this without like making Jimmy shit himself? You could have just walked up and talked.
No, it's funnier this way.
I don't like you very much. And as that's going on, we just see MMX. Like, MMX, you've crawled onto the Wasp 6. What are you going to do now?
Yeah.
Find and eat the bird?
You know, if I stumble across the bird, I may try to eat it. Because I don't really know that anyone in the party's looking for it. Because I'm like just a baby and not that smart. But I think he's just gonna wander around and like look for stuff to eat, basically.
It's such a mean thing to say, given that you're smarter than most of the party.
Well, I don't think anyone like talks to MMX. Like, man, we gotta find that. Like, I don't think anyone like tells him anything. They're just like, it's just a dumb animal. Like, we just have this stupid dog that gets really big and fights with us. Like,
Stupid dog, you make us look bad.
Like, who?
Like,
who
we gotta
actually
find
is
that
telling
bird or we're not
MMX?
gonna get paid.
MMX. Give me an investigation roll, Nikki.
Okay.
Ruby, though.
I got a 15.
What is a 15 good enough for?
If I find the bird, that'd be really funny.
I feel like you find like this metal collar that has like a blinking red light on it, just sitting on a desk.
Can I eat it?
You have now eaten it.
Okay, cool. Is there anything else in here?
No.
Okay, what if
I mean, there
could-
are,
we
but
just-
I feel like that's one thing to eat from them. Like, you're not going to eat their entire ship. Are you just...
I mean, like, what's stopping me? These are not our friends. I would like to eat anything I can on their ship. Do you think it's a 15 that I could find the cargo hold?
I will tell you what, I'll give you two options. There's the cargo hold, which has a bunch of, like, which has all their rations, or there's Groggins' office, where you can see, sitting on, like, a head thing, a backup blue cap.
A blue cap?
Pointy blue gnome cap, just sitting there.
A pointy blue gnome cap?
Yeah,
Has
either
MMX
that or
ever
all-
seen anyone wear a hat? Would he want to put it on his head?
You saw Squeezy Jim.
Oh my
I'm gonna
god.
say, as DM, I want, because, like, look at this, Nikki. Look at this.
I'm looking.
Oh.
What am I looking at?
Look at your token. Look at your token.
Oh my god.
Oh my god, wait. Am I still? Oh my
my
god, I got a
bad.
hat on. Yeah, can I get MMX might grab the hat and put it on.
Do you go back to Arch afterwards?
Yeah, with my new hat.
Okay, so Sai's like, listen, what is it that you want? You're giving me a bad vibe. And as she's saying that, MMX just walks back wearing Captain Groggins' hat. And Sai's just like, does this end with us stabbing each other? I don't want it to end that way, but I feel like it's going to.
Why is she
Can
so
MMX
violent?
Can MMX tell that Sai is threatening Arch?
She's not threatening. She's saying, please don't make us fight.
That is very much so a threat. That is very much so a threat.
He just fucking robbed her.
If MMX
Okay, and that-
sizes up the situation, like
I'll be honest, it doesn't matter if somebody is actively robbing you, threatening to stab them is still a threat.
So, like, you know how, like, last time we saw you guys, like, Captain Groggins was like, if you touch my ship again, I'm gonna shoot you out of the sky. What do you think happens now?
He doesn't threaten
if
us.
MMX was threatened in any way, he is going to go into a rage.
Oh no.
Oh, good.
No.
And now your fucking dog is all big and angry. What the hell? I don't even know what's going on. I don't know why I'm fighting.
I mean, I personally prefer if we didn't fight, but like,
I going to.
Do you want to go get some food and we can talk it over a piece of paper or two?
Okay, yes, let's go get some food and bring your cat there, because I don't want your cat stealing more things.
That was a dog.
Son of a bitch, I don't know what it fucking is.
Can
That's
like
true.
the sight
And
of
let's see-
MMX raging make them a little more like pliable because he's so scary?
Function as a
Okay,
help
listen,
action.
I don't want to fight you and your weird, angry, scary cat right now. So let's go talk by the hot dog carts. Also, please let Jim go so Jim can change his underwear. Jim, you're starting to stink.
Did
Man,
Jim
Jim
shit
is just-
himself the moment MMX raged?
No, he
Jim
already
is
shit
catching
himself.
strays even in this situation, and that's fucked.
Radio Jim already shit. You know what? He does it for a second time when he sees MMX. The first was when Arch jumped on his back and rode him.
Jim, thank you for the ride. You're kind of pathetic, but at the same time, good enough for, trying to fight for your own life despite any threat towards you. You might live for a while.
He's running back.
If you cut off like the second half of that sentence, it would have been an amazing "that's what she said" joke.
Is MMX from how you positioned your token trying to ride Psy?
Yeah, it's comfy.
Okay, fine.
Oh, you mean Arch? Arch can also just ride MMX.
Nope, I already climbed up her shoulders.
True.
Who is now
The battle
bigger and
steed.
scarier.
And so you arrive at the hot dog cart.
Oh my god, someone's fucking dead.
Although wait, how many
We've
minutes
already
did the
discussed
rage
that those
last?
corpses aren't real, and the fire rate is real.
Yeah, everyone knows bodies aren't real. Once you die, it just like it's like fucking Yoda. You just disappear out of thin air.
Yeah.
And Psy's gonna be
Everyone
like,
knows that.
so why are you guys here?
So we're here for a job, and we have several jobs lined up, and the Maelstrom one of them, and we wanted you to come along. And then I'm also trying to save your life.
This is gonna be stupid. What are you trying to save my life from?
The entire sky's hunting you down. See, we do like you, but we also want you to not be stupid.
You heard about the bird thing?
Yeah, we heard about the bird thing.
You could have led with that.
Nah. Jim is fun to fuck with.
Tell you what. What do you want to know? You want to know where the bird is? Because the bird's not on the fucking ship. Bird's with the captain, not telling you where the captain is.
Well, if you can tell us why you took the bird, maybe if we can get the bird back, we'll split like 25% of the reward fee of the reward with you guys.
As an honored, high-ranking Citadel soldier, it would be absurd of me to give this information over at all. Like, what am I going to do? Am I going to gamble this information where if you beat me in some sort of contest, I tell you because I'm bored just watching the ship? Like, would I really do that?
I mean, yeah, you don't really like your captain. You like us more.
No, well, I like members of your crew. Like, your fighter and your captain seem okay. I don't particularly like you, and your dog over there weirds me out. Tell you what. I will give you information, not the location, but why we're doing what we're doing, if you beat me in a contest, because I'm bored.
What contest?
How about a drinking contest? No, wait! Arm wrestling. No! Roulette. No! All three at once. Drunken roulette arm wrestling is what I have dubbed this contest.
Sure.
So creative.
Sounds good.
Sure. Actually, we're standing. Hold on. Let's do it at this roulette wheel. Okay, so how this game works is first, we get fucking plastered. We roll the roulette wheel, and that determines how much we drink.
Okay.
And she pulls out her flask. Can you take a drink, or do you want the cat to drink for you, little guy?
No, drink.
Okay. First step, roll a d20 to see what you roll on the roulette.
I rolled a 6 on the roulette.
Son of a bitch, she rolled a 13, so she's like, okay, so you're gonna take 6 shots, and I'm going to I'm gonna take 13 shots. This is kind of working out worse than I thought it would be. I thought like, if I get him drunk, then I can easily beat it. It's fine, it's fine. I can hold my liquor. I'm fucking. I'll make a con save, Zane.
I rolled a 23 on deception and a 28 on sleight of hand to not drink.
Okay, so you don't make a con save because how do you make her think that you drank without drinking?
Sleight of hand.
Okay.
When
Or
I
does liquid
when
feel
when I go to
It
swish
goes
it,
into MMX's mouth.
yes, MMX is sitting next to me. I get MMX drunk. It just
Okay, in
falls
that case,
down towards me.
con save for MMX.
Light work.
The barbarian con save, cool.
I got a 13 if you listen light work.
MMX's first shot.
So I feel like with the 13 and 6
MMX's first 8
shots,
shots.
MMX is a bit tipsy. MMX isn't like hard drunk, but like, ooh, MMX shouldn't have drank that much.
He is a baby. This is fine.
He's got special genetically engineered organs that are good at taking a bunch of alcohol, but also that's a lot of alcohol. So you're okay. You're just a bit tipsy. Oh God, what does drunk MMX do?
He might
That's
have the
MMX.
zoomies. Also, I forgot to mention he has been saving one of the hot dogs, so he has like a hot dog wrapped up in one of his tails is like holding a hot dog basically.
So you just run around like with the zoomies while holding a hot dog because you're drunk now.
Yeah.
Okay, so you're running around. You're running around. You got the zoomies, and this is
But he will stop by for Arch to give him more alcohol as needed.
okay, and you're running around all drunk. And as you're doing this, this is a thing that no one in the party sees because they're focusing on other things. But the like Fort Windhow guys are like, hey, is that nice hat. And they're gonna quickly run back to their ship to make a call. And we'll deal with that when we deal with that. But Arch, we've got the roulette portion, we've got the drinking portion. Sai rolled a nat 20 on her con save, so she is taking the 13 shots like a champ. She's a bit tip. She shouldn't have drank so much. That was a lot. She's a big gal, but that was still a lot. But
13 shots won't impose disadvantage at that much.
she rolled a nat 20 con save, so she's still gonna be good at arm wrestling. And now we're gonna roll a contested athletics, and that will determine if she pins you in arm wrestling, and if she pins you, then she tells you what's going on.
I motion Arch over. I kind of like look at Arch and like kind of beckon them forward, holding a hot dog.
You mean MMX?
Oh, MMX?
MMX. Yeah, sorry, MMX. Sorry.
Arch beckons Arch forward with hot dog.
Yeah,
Yeah, MMX zooms over for the hot dog.
I feed you the hot dog, and then as she reaches her hand down to grab mine to do the arm wrestling, I kind of put your paw in her hand, and I kind of like do the gesture of what the arm wrestling is and let you go at it.
Give me an athletics roll from MMX.
My gosh. Okay. Oh my god,
I mean,
I have advantage on that.
My athletics isn't a bad stat. Like I would have gotten a 21, but
we're getting all sorts of fun pairings this episode, and then there's just Myrna alone at the festival.
I got a 22.
With that 22, you grab Sai, and she has this fucking +7 to athletics. You're like holding your hook, and then she rolls a 12, and you roll a 22, and you just fucking slam her to the ground.
Do I break the table that we're doing this on?
I feel like you're doing it on these barrels, and you just smash them apart like fucking Mario.
I feel like at this moment his rage ends and he goes back into having he like goes back to zoomies.
Your dog is really good at arm wrestling.
Yep.
Hey, where's your captain?
I think it went to see Professor. I don't even know why we're doing this. Like it was just like so we were at the collectors and like he showed us the zoo and it's like, oh, I got all these animals. I got animals and oh god, I should not have drank so much. Why did I suggest
I'll
that?
just start brushing her hair gently, just kind of like comforting her. Yes,
Oh
yeah.
god, you are my best friend. You are my best friend. Thank you. So like we see all the animals that the collector has and like there's a bird. Grogan sees the bird and he's like, shit, I gotta call Commander 4 and he calls Commander 4 and Commander 4 orders us to shield a bird. It's a really pretty bird. It makes good music and it's dumb. It's dumb. Shield collector already doesn't like us, but the hard once, the heart once, and you can do a history roll to see if you know who Commander 4 would be.
What again?
A history roll to see if you know who Commander 4 is.
+6, 17.
17. With that 17, you know that Commander 4 is the head of manufacturing and urban development. He's one of the 5 commanders of the Citadel. You wouldn't know him. You only know him in passing. But he's like this old dude, former airship pilot. Now he handles urban development. And Sai's like, Commander 4 is like old as shit. He doesn't have like a wife or a husband or any friends, I don't think. Commander 4 is like a loser. Commander 1's gonna have to smooth things over to the Collector. And now, Jimmy, can you take me back to the ship? I can't see my feet.
Where was your captain at again?
I don't know. We want to take a bird, see the lights, to like calm her down.
Okay.
Festival.
I'm gonna kind of like lay her gently against one of the remaining barrels. I'm gonna intercept Jim. I'm gonna stare up at him.
Don't kill me, please. I would not like to die today.
Which direction did your captain go?
Sai, help! Oh, okay, Sai's sleeping. Why
There-
did she challenge you to a drinking contest?
I'm gonna pat his kneecap.
You scare me, little man. You scare me a lot, and okay, here's what you do. What you do is you don't tell the commander, you don't tell Captain Groggins that I told you this, but you go down to the festival, the food festival on Aubert Street. That's where you can find him. But don't tell him that I told you.
Okay. Thanks. I'll call you again.
Please don't. And he's
I
gonna
will.
panic, and he's gonna completely forget about Sai and panickedly run back to the ship.
Okay, Arch, let's go. We need to go meet up with everyone.
Why do you keep calling the cat Arch?
MMX, sorry.
MMX will follow.
No, he has
Okay.
to like.
He's a little drunk, so he's swaying while he walks.
It's the dad who doesn't want the dog thing. It's Arch Jr. No. Yeah.
And so finally, as we end this on a cliffhanger of Myrna didn't get her scene because she chose the one with the cliffhanger. She chose wrongly. But Myrna, you arrive at this festival and there's all sorts of things going on. Yes, you identified the NPC you've seen before. You arrive at the festival and there's all sorts of games and attractions going on. There's so much food that MMX would love to scarf down, but also you see let me check my notes. You see this, you see Commander Groggins, who is standing by this ball game, and standing next to him is this tall, beautiful bird woman with pink feathers, and she's wearing this metal collar with a red blinking light. It's wrapped around her throat, and and you see this bird throw a ball and hit a target, and she just cheers because she did something, and Goggins just sighs and lights a cigar and says, "Yes, very good, Rio. You won at a ball game. Hurrah!" And that is where we will end tonight.
So Zane was right.
Yeah. You guessed the fucking look. I couldn't say yes. You guessed like a thing. Okay.
Yes, again. I know you, Casey.